I'm tired of them fools and funders and whatever else you want to call them always. Ugh. It's them people that just keep stressing others out with their business, you know. It kind of, it's addicting and it's contagious and it takes away from people's lives. What am I talking about? Y'all, I am talking about content creators passing spirits. Whew. And you may hear in the background my little air conditioner, but that's what I'm talking about. Content creators who pass these spirits, and these spirits are nasty. They are depression spirits, and then they want you to feel guilty about what you're not doing for them. I was just strolling through TikTok a while ago, and this is how I got the subject. By the way, I am cooking some veggies with some okra, and then I'm gonna have I don't know what I'm gonna do for the meat, but as for right now, I'm just doing some stir fry veggies, okra. Oh, you get the frozen kind, y'all. You're getting something good because it ain't got no sodium. Okay, so I got all that in the pan, just waiting on it to heat up and everything. I might cook an egg for protein. But listen, y'all. Now, if that's what your channel consists of, depressing stuff, then that's one thing. But when you just strolling through social media and every day is somebody telling a sad story every day or trying to get money out of you every day, that becomes annoying. I ain't gonna lie. And I was on TikTok a while ago, and Maybay and LaQuanda B.A., y'all know LaQuanda. They were on there talking about, I don't know what they were talking about. Because in my mind, I just tuned out. But they were basically saying how people don't appreciate their content. And how when they first started out, they had all these people on their side. And then when they blew up, they started helping people. And then they found out once they blew the other people up, that the other people started talking junk about them. And basically left them behind. What do you expect? That's what makes me upset about these new age content creators. They really think you gotta stay attached to them, like you cannot go make up your mind who you wanna follow. If you go follow somebody else, they jealous. What does that remind you of? It reminds you of the church. You go to these churches, and then as soon as you go visit another church, the pastor mad or whatever because you went to go visit another church. That's what it reminds me of. But even more what it reminds me of how these demonic spirits are transferred. That's what it reminds me of even more. And it's not scary for those of us who believe in Christ, but it is a wicked place to be because that's a form of brainwashing and controlling. They have you watch all these skits and things until you become, you start worshiping these people. They become your idol. And that's where you get sick at. That's where you feel like you got to stay with them. That's where the depression comes in at. When you try to break this relationship off with these content creators. Because here lately, what the content creators that's been showing up on my page. And I don't know why they show up on my page. Because I don't even be checking for them. I don't be looking for them. But they show up on my page through my For You page. And these content creators are on there fussing out their fans. They're cussing them out, just going off on them for no reason at all. And then getting mad because they ain't making no money now. But I saw plenty of content creators in this last 2 months. I don't know if it's a trend for them or what, but what they'll do is they're going on there. They lure you in with this one. You may find one of their jokes funny or one of their skits real funny. Or they might have 5 or 6 skits real funny. But then once you really get to knowing them, they start letting off this depression smell. This depression aroma. And then they keep coming up with pity stories disguised as, no, this ain't a pity story. I'm just telling you what happened to me. And I'm like, when I came across that this morning, I was like, not today, Satan. So I'm just telling y'all this, that if you ever run across some depressing stuff, you don't have to stay and listen to it. You can just move on. That's what I'm saying. Is because these spirits will transfer. And these spirits are hard to get off of you. I know, because they have been on me before. I have picked them up from people before. I have been around people who was funny and fun to be around when I first met them. But as I got to know them, it was like, now you starting to drain me. You draining my spirit now. Every time I come around you now, instead of us laughing and having a good time, now it's like either tears or either you got a sad story for me every time you see me now. So if that's not your thing, and you know that they're transferring these stories to you like that, because that's what content creators do. We influence people. And I know even sometimes I have talked about issues on my podcast that sometimes can be depressing to others. And I wouldn't recommend you listen to it if it's not helping you to learn or giving you good entertainment that's not going to leave lingering side effects of, I remember when I was depressed, or give you flashbacks and things, then that's one thing. But to sit there and entertain people who just trifling and their comedy ain't that funny no way, and every time you turn around they got a sad story, no. You don't want to live the rest of your life. What we got? 53 days till the end of this year? Is it 50? No, 53 more days till the end of summer. Spend these next 53 days finding positive people to listen to. I saw so much negativity on TikTok. I was just like, you know what? I'm over this. Let me go listen to some preaching. I had to go find some really good preachers that, I do trust to deliver the word the way it's supposed to be delivered. I had to, because that was just too much. These content creators. And then after they cuss you out, they want you to buy from them. Y'all do know that's narcissistic behavior. That is traumatizing. That's traumatizing. They traumatizing you to keep you locked in with them. They want to keep you wondering what's going to go on with them. And next thing you know, you're spending all your time, days and nights, trying to find out what's going to happen next. They may be going through some real life issues, but understand they're not your problem. And it might feel good to listen to somebody else's problems once in a while. But I promise you, if you continue to listen to their problems and you're not trained to let go of what you hear, then that can become your problem next. Yep. But I don't know where the future of content creating is going. But at this rate, I was sitting on my bed earlier, and I was thinking to myself, when I first started doing content creating, and when I started following other content creators, it was fun. It was informative. What fruit skits were out there, they were funny. And we wanted more. They left us wanting more. But this new generation of content creators is a piece of work. They don't leave you wanting more. They thrive off in drama. The only way their channels are surviving is because so many people are already traumatized out here and are relating to the trauma. That's why those channels are surviving. But people are waking up to that. They waking up realizing, I don't want to feel like this. I got on social media so I can be happy. So I can get like-minded, happy people around me. So be careful what you're taking in. Just be careful of that. Because there's so many people out here that is spreading that fake joy that is temporary. What they doing is temporary. Y'all, these okra smell so good. It's temporary what they're doing. 1 minute it's funny, and the next minute it's going to have you crying because you're going to go back into your past. Start reliving your past just because of what they did. Or what they're saying. But I was just, this morning, I was like, it's too early for that. Too early for it. But then to be sitting around here talking about all that drama. And they keep going to each other, y'all. So, it's just a ring of people. It's a money thing. And at the same time, it's a spirit thing. Because if you don't guard your mind and your heart, that same spirit can jump on you. And you ain't even a content creator. Why anybody want to walk around here acting like them? When they're supposed to be skits and characters. And now it ain't even fun. Because they done told it. When Fred Sanford and them were doing skits, they didn't keep repeating it, this a skit. You couldn't tell the difference. Now, we know it's a skit. It's not as funny now. Because it's a lack of talent out there. Ooh, these okra smell so good. It's a lack of talent. I said it. And people will just find anything to find funny now. That's why you see so many doing the eating channels. You don't hear of any other talents they have. They just learned that, hey, I can get paid through eating. I was watching one day and it just came up. This woman from China, she was doing her mukbang. Big woman too. And in the middle of her life, she died. Just eating for the people. Eating for the money. Not caring about her health and body. And I don't know how this other little girl done started getting on my page now. Her name is Jelly Sweets on TikTok. She been showing up on my page a lot now. And it's showing how she was real skinny when she started off doing the mukbangs, and now she's starting to gain this weight, a lot of weight. It's real out here. We have kids who are watching these TikTok videos thinking that they're supposed to eat like that and that it won't harm their bodies. Kids are believing in that. And adults are too. Adults are like, forget the medication. I only live once. Let me do me. But it's dangerous out here to listen to the wrong people. That's really all I had to say about it. I just got irritated this morning. First thing in the morning, you got to see drama. And I have blocked so many popular TikTok creators. And if they come across my Facebook, I'm blocking them on there too. I don't want to see that mess. I don't know if it's me, I just done grew up out of it or what, but I don't want to see it. I'm tired of it. I want to see real comedians. Everybody that just say they're a comedian ain't no comedian. I want to see real ones. I want to see real good skits, not just, threw together skits. Genuine funny moments, not made up funny moments. Where's all that at? Ooh, let me drink some of this V8 Splash. My throat dry. That's what I want to start seeing. I can go right now and watch a show from back in the 80s, even the 70s, and get a good laugh. But I go on TikTok or Facebook and I may laugh for 15 seconds and feel, overwhelmed, depressed for an hour because I watched somebody's skit that was just depressing. That's one reason why I be flipping. What it is mental health issues disguised as comedy. Now y'all know my channel. I tell you on my channel that this channel right here was created for my mental health problems that I go through. And it was created to help me get back on track and to stay focused, on day-to-day things. Just daily tasks can become a challenge when you're going through something mentally. That's why my channel was created. So when you come on here, that's a chance that you might hear something that's depressing. But when people disguise themselves as comedians and then they give you one or two funny moments and then come back and the rest of their moments are depressions, they're not a comedian. They're depressed. If they can't have no more moments than that's funny, they need to take time and just work on themselves before putting that material out there, because it's putting it out into the world. Y'all should see these okra. I might show y'all. I don't know. I doubt it. No, I might. I think I will, because I'm not fixing to be on here long. I just wanted to get that out to let y'all know. Listen, if you're running across people who are their channels are thriving off in drama, and for a moment it may entertain you, but then it starts to get where it's starting to become irritating or depressing, turn the freaking channel. Turn it. Don't sit there. Block them out for a while. If you have to, block them out for a couple weeks, a couple days, whatever you need to do so you can get yourself back together. Because if you don't, you're going to be the one sitting around miserable, and the whole time they be skitting on you and planning so that they can just, make money off of that. And then sometimes they really are depressed, and you can see it in their face. And you don't want that spirit. Either way, get off if you do not think you can handle what they're putting out. I know for me, I could not handle some of the things, just like the Sonya Massey thing. As bad as I want to watch some of the stuff that they're showing about her, I know mentally wise, being a black woman that's going through a lot of harassment right now, I can't watch that. I can speak about it just, in general, but as far as me sitting down watching every video that's coming across my TikTok or Facebook, I cannot do it. My YouTube, anywhere I turn, I can't sit there and just watch it, because then it triggers me about things that's happening to me. And then it's hard for me to get up out of that place. So I know my limits on taking in negative things for the day. We each have a certain measure, and if you do not know your measure, then you might need to start creating a measure. Say, this is, if I'm going to watch anything negative, I'm going to watch one negative thing for the day. Everything else has got to be something positive or educational. We all got to feed our minds better. We got to feed our minds better, because the enemy really do not care. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So if he can destroy our mind by the things we watch and hear, then he's going to destroy us. And we can't have that. So we got to be mindful of the things we're watching and hearing. I just happened to catch that today. I had been feeling some type of way for about 3 weeks. And then when it finally hit, I was like, you know what? I just don't like the content. I like things on social media, but the content that's coming down my For You page is not for me. It's not for me. I don't, we can go back in our settings and reset some things too. I like makeup tutorials. I like outdoor like camping, and not these fake homeless people. Now, there's a lot of fake people on social media, cashing in, making big money saying they homeless, and they're not homeless. Y'all know that's a big scam these days, too. But I like seeing true videos of people who are overcomers, empowering videos. I like some church videos, but I ain't gonna lie about it. It's so many different types of churching and so many different beliefs. I really just, when it comes down to my faith, I really keep that simple. I don't feel like I need to go out and listen to 10 or 20 T.D. Jakes or Sarah Jakes or Creflo Dollar or Joyce Myers. I don't feel like I need to listen to a lot of them or these new pop-up preachers. I don't need all that to know who God is. So what I do is, I study, but I also make sure that the source is good that I'm studying from. Otherwise, my learning would be in vain. So if I feel like I want to hear some Joyce Myers, I'll listen to her. Now, I do listen to her, not every day, but I do listen to her once in a while. But what I'm saying is, I don't overdo it to the point where, I'm now building her up as my idol. And that's what's happening. People are building these people up, putting them as idols, worshiping these people. Y'all better get back to worshiping God. Because He's the one that can forgive you of your sins. He's the one that can supply all your needs. He's the one that will never leave nor forsake you. He's the one that's got a heaven and a hell to put you in. These other people, this is all man-made stuff. This stuff will soon pass away. And the Bible even tells us that. And when we find ourselves just drifting away or just drifting and living off in other people's mess, no, that's not. We're supposed to be making our own mess at least. But yeah, that was my thought for this morning. I just wanted to get it out. I don't know how many others are feeling that way, that every time you go to social media now, it's negative feeds, negative, videos and things in your feed disguised as comedy. That's the thing about it. It's really negativity. And negativity can only reap negativity. But they disguise it as comedy, or they disguise it as a skit. And then, once they draw you in, it really drains. It's draining. Once they draw you in, it's a draining moment. So that's where I'm kind of coming from. Stop entertaining things that drain you. And y'all, I'm almost done cooking. Got me an egg on in there. Almost done. Yeah, I do. I still watch, I'm not going to tell you that I don't watch some negative things, because we do. We can't help but see it once it's on there. But what I can say is when I see it's too much, or my mind is feeding too much into one situation, that's when I just get off of it. That's just like with the Michael Miller case. There are some things I do take genuine interest in, but if I overdo it, it no longer becomes an interest, but a threat to my mental health. Taking in too much of anything is not good for you. It can be toxic. It can start out being good, but then turn out toxic. So I deleted a lot of those social media content creators that been coming through my page. I just needed that. I needed that peace from them. And you know what happened? I deleted them, and then other people that be reposting or doing commentary on their videos, now they showing up. So you see, it's everywhere. But if necessary, I'll delete them too, the commentators, or block them too, because I don't want a lot of that stuff on my page. It's no longer entertaining. Now it's getting to the point where, okay, we may have to, go take a walk after we watch this. And I don't want to live my life like that. Okay, y'all. So, my food is done. I'm going to do a video. I put it on YouTube or my Facebook page. But what I'm having is some okra for lunch, a big plate of veggies, just one egg. I'm going to put the egg here. I got one egg and a big old plate of veggies. Now, these veggies are going to last me, I'm probably going to be able to eat off these veggies 2 times. So, when you see how big my plate is, just know that I'm going to divide these veggies in half. And one is for now and one will be for later. Yep. Okay, y'all. So, peace, love, and happiness. Y'all go have a great day. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say this, but rest in peace to Mrs. Tanya Thomas. Let me make sure I'm saying her name right.